So guys, what we're gonna be doing is we're gonna be teaching individual script writing, and then we're gonna be helping them film videos.
So if you've written really fucking vulnerable posts, you need to pull those up and you just need to break it down into something that your audience is gonna be able to digest.
And then I'll stop myself, and instead of vocalizing to myself, I'll vocalize to who I'm filming with. So I'll literally be like, okay, I was able to achieve a high level of success simply by making the decision to improve my mindset and not allow myself to become a victim.
First takeaway was Janelle called me out for being in learning paralysis, like always wanted to take in more information and not doing enough with it, which I very much appreciate because she was dead fucking on. But also like the mindset talk made me realize why. And it's like, you know, what you said about like remembering who the fuck you are. It's like I've been downplaying a lot of the things that I've done and a lot of the things that I know I can still do.
I'm not even like delegating. I'm like, I'm scared to kind of give up control of a lot of things. So I just need to like do that first. I'm like so low on that ladder that I need to do like the first thing. So I need to give up control.
So first things first, I love whenever you talk about getting really, really clear, because here's what I found. Humans are amazing. If you get really, really specific with what you want, we do a pretty good job of getting it.
Being able to set that standard and then let people rise to it is something that's a skill in its own. And it's like allowing people to rise to the standards that you set takes like a big fucking open heart, right? But it's also like not a bad thing to set the standards in the first place. Like we just hired an editor because, and you guys see the YouTube video that I did where I fucking lost it and I called some dude out and blasted him online. You guys see that? You wanna laugh, go watch it, it's very funny. Because I got sick of people DMing me and Brian all the time being like, I'm an editor, I can edit your shit. I'm like, why don't you just go fucking find a video of mine and make it better and prove that you can do it. And this kid did that and it was fucking great. Like me and Daniel love working with him right now. So if you watch this, but there you go. But I literally told him, I was like, you're gonna work your fucking ass off. I'm gonna work you harder than any other creator's ever worked you because I fucking film more than anyone you've ever worked with, period. And on top of that, if you use my fucking name to get you a job anywhere else, you're fired instantly. And this is the standard. I'm like, I just said it all like this. I'm like, you have 30 days to prove that you have what it takes. He's like, okay. And then I just went like this. Daniel, deal with it. And then Daniel fucking runs this kid, fucking just sends him work like crazy. And he's just keeping up. He's slaying it and he's doing it because I'm like, that's the standard. If you can't meet it, you don't even deserve to talk to me. And I'm just willing to set that boundary.
I think it's going through the
and willing to get burned in the process. Like I had an in-person assistant, which you guys know, and it didn't end up working out. I poured my everything into this person, but everything that happens in my life is 100% my responsibility. So Dawson, I was like, I caught myself like complaining, being like, this happened and this happened, and I'm like complaining about it and getting in this victim state, and then I'm like, I accept full responsibility that I didn't raise the standard, I didn't like create the standard, and I didn't give him anything to rise to. And then this guy came along, right here. So
that was fucking cool.
That's Riley. So Riley started watching all my content and he wanted to work for me. So he fucking came, he found out that I go to the gym at 4 o'clock in the morning. And so at 4 o'clock in the morning he was there and he said hi and I was just in my zone. And then he came over, he's like, hi, I'm Riley. I watch all your YouTube videos and I want to work for you. And I was like, okay. Me and Cole kind of were like, all right, cool. We kind of just like brushed him off, didn't really think anything of it. Next morning I came into the gym and I'm like about to do cardio on my little fucking cardio Q&A and he's just sitting on the bike waiting for me.
I was doing boxing right there and I'm like, did you like set that up as an interview? He's like, no, the kid's just smart. I'm like, I like that. I like that.
But same thing, I told Riley, I'm like, you're gonna work for free. It's like 90 days. This is the fucking standard. Show up on time early. Brian has been here early every day. You have to fucking give people an opportunity though. Otherwise your team isn't gonna grow. And he's been super helpful. Brian's it's been great.
So guys, we're gonna kickstart this a little bit differently. Instead of just diving straight into lessons and like doing presentations, etc. First off, there is no presentation today. Alright? In the aspect of I'm not gonna throw slides up on a fucking screen and make you guys walk through everything. We've done a lot of that in the past, alright? And I was actually debating on doing it. I started building one, and then I threw it in the garbage and was like, I'm just gonna talk to you guys how I talk to myself and how I talk to Brian and how I taught Brian, how I've taught everybody else how to speak on camera and articulate themselves in a way that helps them actually impact fucking change. Because I'm assuming everybody here wants to do that, correct? Yes or yes? Yes. I like that fucking saying. The first thing that we're gonna do is we're gonna go over whys, all right? Before we do anything else. Why? Because it's fucking important. And also because I feel like a lot of you guys don't have a clear definition on why the fuck you are posting on social media in the first place. It's why you haven't grown, it's why you're not seeing success, or it's why if you have seen some success on social media, you end up beating your head against the wall because you're like, okay, well how do I like create another value piece to fucking draw people in so I can sell them? But it's deeper than that. If you're just on social media to make money, you're probably not gonna get value from today's event, I'm gonna tell you right now. Because there's a very big difference between growing a personal brand and impacting change and fucking learning how to inspire people, all right? Through the content itself. Because everybody just wants to do marketing, and then there's personal brand and growth. Does that make sense to you guys? Does everybody understand that there's a very big difference between marketing on social media and actually building a personal brand on social media? And everybody always leans into the marketing side. Value, proof, the connection, the CTAs, the growth. And then they're like, okay, but like I can't sell, right? Or like nobody's really following me, or there's no emotion broken down. And it's because the only fucking thing that you do is post value content, and you become the encyclopedia of fucking workouts. And then you wonder why nobody connects with you at your level. You want to make it where you're making hundreds of thousands of dollars a month, you guys need to get out of the fucking swipe workouts and the random tutorials and actually start speaking about fucking problems that matter. Or you're just gonna be that guy or that girl. So the first thing that we're gonna do is we're gonna go in a circle, and I want to hear your guys' why. Not the why you became a fitness coach, right? That plays into it, but I want to know why you feel like you should have a fucking voice on social media and why you are on social media. What is your why on social media?
Yeah, my why on social media is to make an impact in the gay community by sharing my story, because I was in a tough spot of living for the party lifestyle, feeling like I needed to portray a lifestyle that was toxic, and now being able to break those barriers, I want to be able to be that belief for others and knowing that this life is actually possible for them, because I only saw life through one lens. Now that I'm seeing life through a different lens, I want to be able to show people what is possible in our community.
If I was to go to your social media right now, am I going to see your story, your journey, a path that I can follow as that individual? Yes or no?
Yes.
There we go. I like that. And that's how we can start building on it, expanding on it into the next level.
And so my, like, the why getting behind, like, deeper than just like the marketing side is, as I was growing up and as I started training, I got sucked into like the, you know, the harder you go, the better you're gonna do, and just no thought about technique or anything like that. And it fucked me up in so many different ways with injuries, all of that. That led to a lot of drinking, basically, like, you know, that led to like the darkest points in my life. And so my why behind that is teaching athletes right from day one how to do things right so they can actually make a career instead of going through those same issues and having their careers cut short.
So my goal for my social media is to inspire busy moms to prioritize their health. So so their kids don't have to go through what I went through. Because I watched her struggle with her weight for her whole life. She gave my brother, my sister, and I everything we ever wanted or needed. But she put her own health on the back burner, and then it caught up to her.
Yeah.
And she passed away at 57, and that's why I'm here. That's why I do what I do, because of that. So
Thank you for sharing. How often do you allow yourself to work through those emotions and like speak about it, not only online but like in private, and like dive into it?
probably not enough.
You probably should. I'm like, dude, it's hard. I'm not saying it's fucking easy. Like, guys, even when it comes down to like loyalty, friendship, and more, like B's even seen it. Everybody in this room has seen it. Like when I talk about like my circle, I get choked up. Like fucking my people, like talking about the relationship we have, like Julia, like fucking hits me hard. I'm like working through it every day. And again, I'm gonna teach you guys how to speak on camera today and share stories and like deep emotional content and more, because I'm not saying every fucking post needs to be super vulnerable, right? It doesn't need to be like, here's my fucking sob story, this is all the pain that I've gone through in my life. But your story is necessary, because, and I'm gonna zoom out for a minute, because especially with all the men in here that teach women, you three primarily, there needs to be depth and an understanding of why you do it. Because if you don't share, you're just a coach training women that women can't resonate with.
I've been through way too much to not share it. And I think a lot of times we don't we don't really sit with and think about all the shit that we've been through because we're living in it. So we're like, oh, well, it's not that big of a deal. Everybody goes through shit. But when you start to talk to people and you hear what other people went through compared to what you went through, and you're like, oh, fuck, like, it's completely different. And it's like, people are struggling day to day with things that they're going through, and compared to somebody else, it's, you know, it's like a little hill. And then when you compare it to yourself, it's like this fucking mountain, and you're like, well, if I went through all this crazy shit and I got to this point in life, like, you can definitely get through whatever you're going through. So I want to be the person to give back that was like the people that helped me when I was younger and pulled me through, because I genuinely don't think that I would be here if I didn't find fitness, if I didn't find, you know, motivational speakers on YouTube and shit. I was very alone when I was a younger kid. I felt very isolated. I felt like a black sheep. There was lots of times, I honestly, I sat in my fucking closet and cried by myself, asking, you know, why am I the only black person in my family? You know, why do I have this relationship with my grandfather? You know, why are my siblings, why is their dad alive and they get to go do stuff on the weekends, but mine's not there? And being able to like overcome that and work on my mindset and level up and find people speaking on YouTube like Christian Guzman, Greg Plitt, and like hearing them and like the motivation and the mindset that you can do anything. And they helped me so much that I want to be that same individual for other people, to show them that they can do it, whether it's their mindset, their fitness, financial, whatever it is. And so I want to be the person that I had, because I know there's so many people who are going through things who need that person.
So I have a unique story and it needs to be told. So on social media, I want to be the person who pours into women over 30 who keep going round and round in circles with this body positivity bullshit, and I want them to be body responsible. I want them to break the habits and patterns that they've been training their children over and over, because their children are watching them do the same thing over and over again, and their husbands don't believe in them because they keep giving up on themselves. I want them to be a bombshell that is confident, that gives them this, they are the solution if they want it. There's no one coming to save them. And so when I'm on social media, I'm holding the mirror up saying, if I can do this at 742 pounds, taking 11 steps every single day, and keep going back, staying in the arena, keep doing it over and over and over again, then you at 200 pounds can lose 30 pounds if you actually want it. You have to be able to say, I want this, because nobody's going to drag you on your journey, and hope is not a strategy.
Okay. I'm gonna do this like this the whole time, dude. Walking my fucking knees there. Okay, so guys, right now, basically what I want to do is I want to break down the structure of what you guys should be doing for your talking head videos, how you guys can articulate yourself properly in front of the camera, and what I would suggest you do in order to be able to draw in emotion from other people and more. Sound good?
Yep. Oh yeah.
Make sense?
Yep.
So today's gonna be mixed with a lot of different things. All right, first off, I wanted to know what your guys' why was, to make sure that you actually understand what the fuck you are doing on social media. Because unless you understand that, there's really no point in me talking. Because if you don't understand it, if you don't have a direction on it, I give you guys advice and then you end up climbing up, you get overwhelmed, you overthink the process, and then what ends up happening? Exactly. You guys show up to a content audit, I spend 2 fucking hours with you, I look through all of your content, I give you advice, you leave, 4 weeks later you show back up, you're doing the same fucking thing. And it's because usually we don't give ourselves permission to do the things that we want to do. Make sense?
Yeah.
Usually we don't give ourselves permission to talk about the shit that makes us fucking nervous and gets our heart pounding. Make sense?
Yeah.
That's what a lot of you guys end up doing, right? I'll ask you guys an opinion on something, or you'll see a client do something, or you'll see something online and I'll hear the frustration come out. Right, where you guys will be like, fuck my life, man, I hate this shit. I can't stand these fad diets. I can't stand the people that are doing this. And then I'm like, well, why don't you say that? And then as soon as I say that, you guys like climb up again. You're like, oh, I don't want to. I don't think I should talk about that. But then again, and it's very funny, like I've got painted as the tough love king, but there's no such thing as tough love. There's no such thing as harsh truth. There's just truth, and I have no filter. So when it hits my brain, I just say exactly what's on my fucking mind. It's not like I'm trying to be rude, or I'm not trying to sound a certain way, and I'm not trying to portray myself to anybody a certain way. I just say exactly what the fuck is on my mind every single time a thought pops into my fucking head. Now, don't get me wrong, sometimes it gets me in shit. Sometimes it's not a good thing for me to fucking post. But again, I have no filter, so I fucking throw it on the internet anyways. And usually, it ends up working in my favor. This is why you guys gotta start being honest with what the fuck you wanna do on social media and stop worrying about what everybody's fucking opinion is. How many of you guys are certified fitness coaches? You have a certification sitting in your fucking office somewhere, okay? All right, expired, exactly, well, exactly, right? Now, how many of you guys think that that actually translates to you seeing success online? No. Exactly. And that's why whenever you guys show up on social media or content audits or whatever, and I hear you talking through your textbook, I want to come through the screen and fucking strangle you. Because no one knows what the fuck you're talking about. Even you guys talking about like in-depth hormones and more. No one fucking knows shit about their own hormones. That's why it drives me crazy when I hear an individual struggle and they're like, well, I just haven't been able to lose weight because like my hormones are out of whack. I'm like, oh lit, when's the last time you got your blood work done? The guy's like, oh, my test is super low. I'm like, really, dog? What's it at? What are your levels? They're like, well, like, it's low. I'm like, oh, how do you know? I'm like, you get hard? He's like, yeah, I don't like that. It ain't that fucking low. I'm like, what the fuck are we talking about here? Like, people don't know what is wrong in their lives. And then because we are so scared of being canceled, we don't tell individuals what they need to hear, and it stops us from being able to see success in the things that we want to achieve. Make sense? Yeah. You guys understand that? Who here is currently struggling with that, releasing that inner truth because they are worried about what other people are going to say? And stop with these passive bullshit fucking hand raises. Put your fucking hand in the air. All right? I want to see this. I'm going to throw an energy drink at you. Okay? I want truth. Okay? Truth. So today is about the structure of your talking video and what actually goes into it, all right? I wanna break down how you guys should structure the content and what you need to understand in order to actually speak to the camera. Right now is the breakdown though, all right? And we're gonna start with thought. So write down the word thought. This is the first thing that we're gonna dive into, the first thing that you need to understand. Now, what do I mean when I say the word thought? This is a 3-step process on you learning how to speak in front of a camera. I mean, join the conversation in their fucking head and learn how to finish their sentence. What are the thoughts running through your avatar's heads? What are the self-limiting beliefs running through your avatar's heads? What are the thoughts holding you back from speaking to your fucking avatar every single time you pick up your phone and go on social media? The reason why my content is so quote unquote controversial and it's deep and it hits people's souls is because I don't say confidence, I say the actual problem. All right, like the video me and Brian posted yesterday, you saw that? Yeah. With the scale? Everybody did? If you didn't, put up your hand, okay? Let's do this. We hear individuals talk about the scale and how it gives them anxiety all the time, correct? Pretty sure all of you guys have dealt with your clients say that. Yeah. I don't really like to step on the scale because it gives me anxiety. Scale isn't giving you anxiety, you're fat asses. Saying anything. Straight to the fucking point. I'm not here to play games. Scale isn't bullying you, you're fat asses. The truth is the thing that you're fucking avoiding and you're only seeing the number on the screen due to the fact that it's gonna show you everything that you have been doing wrong. So I'm not talking about like the confidence or like scale anxiety or beating around the bush. I'm literally trying to pinpoint the conversation going on in their fucking head. What's this video about? Well, the video is about the scale. Okay, well, what's the thought going on in their head? Their thought is they don't want to step on it because they get anxious every time they see the fucking number. That is their reality that they do not want to face. If you're sick of looking in the fucking mirror and seeing your fat ass stomach, it's time to work on it. Right? We know the problem. We just address it instantly. Everybody write this down. Join the conversation in their head and then finish their sentence. The second concept that you guys need to get when it comes down to talking videos is the purpose. Now this ties into your why, but it also ties into everything else that we are doing. Underneath purpose, I want you to write, why are you creating this video? Question mark. Because I'll see you guys create like a workout tutorial or a fucking diet video or an opinion piece. And then I'm like, what's the deep-rooted purpose of this? And you're like, oh, I think it'll help people. All right, but to me, what helps me get in flow state and target thousands of people and make a little bit more of a global impact is because I am looking at like the deep-rooted problems and addressing the keywords that need to be fucking said, because of the fact that me and you had a conversation and I heard a self-limiting belief, and I know that your problems are not individual. Why? Because there's 8 billion fucking people on this planet, and I can guarantee that at least 1,000 are dealing with the same thing you're dealing with. So if I can extract your pain, extract what you're struggling with, and then speak about it in this fucking video, I know without a shadow of a doubt that it will hit a bunch of people that can resonate with that exact pain. Make sense? Purpose behind every fucking piece of content you produce online. So everybody write this down. No more fucking filler videos. Well, I just threw this up because I didn't have anything else. Stop. Unless there's a fucking reason, don't put it on the internet. All you're doing is stressing yourself out, overwhelming yourself and your brain, and spending time throwing shit at the fucking wall that isn't gonna work. And God forbid that piece of content goes fucking viral, because now you're fucked. Because it fills your account with a bunch of people that don't want to buy off you, that are cold as shit, and that are probably aren't your avatar, correct? We like post up a video and they're like, yeah, I got a shitload of views. Like, Cole, how can I maximize my fucking money? And then I look at it and I'm like, you're talking about fucking politics. You can't. These people don't give a fuck about your program, or you, or anything else. They just care about that individual video, right? So we need to understand the purpose behind every single piece of content that we are creating, no matter what. How many of you guys have been here for over a year? How many of you guys have been here for over 2 years? 3 years? 4 years?
Next month.
Okay, so you've learned a shitload. Like, you've learned fucking so much. Why are you still here?
To be in an environment and surrounded by you guys, keep going.
Right? You guys can create that type of community on your social media if you follow the first two things, which is understanding people's thoughts, their social dynamics, what they actually want to achieve, and what they're struggling with. And if you create shit that's purposeful to them, right, that has meaning behind it. This is why when you guys go to the CLA or you go to the 10K or you go to the $1 million, not every fucking call is just about, here's another tip for you to grow your business. Let's be fucking real. Like, we're really gonna break it down. I would say 50% at minimum is mindset in every single fucking level. And then me and Janelle talk about it day after day. We're probably just gonna add fucking more mindset because you guys don't fucking trust yourselves. Even though you all have legit the most in-depth course, period, in any fucking market, period. I don't give a fuck what you want to do. There's what works, and then there's what doesn't. Who here wants to have 1 million followers? Have a fucking hook that slaps them. All right, who here wants to have 1 million followers? Tell a fucking story that actually does something for people. It's a very simple concept, but there's a lot that goes into it. And people don't respect social media the way that it should be respected. What I do. All right, and this is where I'm gonna ask another question, and I already know your answer. When you guys like social media, put up your hand. Like, you can be honest.
How many like social media?
Yeah.
Being honest.
How many don't? I want you guys to work on the mindset of it. I see social media the same way I see money. It is a tool to help me do what I want to do. Why do I like it? Because it gives me an escape to do what I want to do. How many of you guys would be living this life right now if it wasn't for social media? Where would you be? What'd you be doing?
Working at a gym.
Okay, what would you be doing?
Nothing.
What do you mean?
I was fucking lost as shit. I don't know.
Yeah. What would you be doing?
Selling something.
You're slinging cars, dog. I probably would either be an iron worker or dead, because I was kind of on my transition, drug addict, drinking every day. However, the only reason why that transition started is because I found an online fitness coach named Joseph Rakic Fitness who had a fucking app that I downloaded that gave me direction in my fitness journey because I hated myself so much. But if I didn't have that, if social media was not a fucking thing, I would not be here. Alright, I'm gonna show you guys what I do, and then what I want to do is we're gonna start running through some of the notes that you guys have already taken so I can give you more context, a broke down explanation, and dive into it. Does that sound good?
Amazing.
Everybody down for that? When it comes down to creating scripts, guys, honestly, and this is where, like, even with Ryan a second ago, I was like, this shit's easy. He's like, no, it's easy for you. Like, it's fucking not, it's not easy for everybody else. The reason why it's usually not easy for everybody else, the reason why it's usually not easy for you guys is because, frankly, I'm just gonna be honest, you guys overthink the fucking process. So you guys overthink the fucking process. You guys and I'm thinking about videos and you're like, I need to provide value, I need to do documentation, I need to have content that connects with individuals because Brian and Cole told me that I need to, but I have no idea what to do. Does that sound familiar? Put up your hand if it does. When it comes down to the ideation process of script writing, it's honestly, the reason why I say easy, very easy, because I'm listening to you guys and YouTube videos and what you guys say all the time. Again, I just call this active listening, so write it down. I listen for pain points, self-limiting beliefs, struggles, excuses, justifications, and things that I do not fucking agree with every day. Right? I'm paying attention to everything that motivates me, inspires me, pisses me off, annoys me, and something that I can give an opinion on based off of my mindset, my growth, my place in life, and more. Make sense, everybody? Now, how I do this is, again, incredibly simple. I fucking just open my notes and start talking. When it comes down to you guys' script writing, the reason why I say a lot of you guys overthink the process is because a lot of you guys just fucking try to make everything so perfect. When I literally just pick up my phone and start talking. This is gonna be a fucking pretty quick class, guys, all right, on script writing, because it's easy. And he's like, it's easy for you. I'm like, it's easy for all of you. You just gotta stop overthinking the fucking process and speak to the camera like you speak to me. It's that simple. So we're gonna break it down like this, okay? We're gonna dive into it. Somebody give me an excuse. Kids, no time.
No time.
So we'll do kids. What do you mean about kids? I need a little bit of context, go ahead.
Give me activity, sports.
So when does that stop?
Them being able to work out.
Them being able to work out. You say that your kids' sports teams are slowing you down from achieving your goals, when in reality, you just don't want to put the fucking work in. So you make them work on their goals while you sit on the fucking bench acting like a lazy parent. So that's just my thought. That's just my initial thought, guys. So I might do this. I might change it up. I might alter it. I might play with the hook, and we'll go over this in a second. But right now, all I'm doing is ideation. This is all day, every day on a continual basis. You see, my goal is to make my kids the best version of myself, and that's why every single fucking day I wake up and I put in 15 hours of work while all you guys are making excuses not to get off your fucking ass.
Wait, so when you show up to your social media, like, what's your intention?
My intention?
Yeah.
For the event?
For your social media, when you show up to your social media, you're making a post, what's your intention?
My intention is lately it's been to help people actually start like working out properly and stop hurting themselves in the gym. But now it's changing after today quite a bit, so I still have to work on that.
So you guys, it's about showing up. You already know that you can do the thing, right? But I feel like a lot of the time when we show up to social media, we're trying to be cool. It's like, hey, you fucking wolves, you guys are pussies, you fucking lazy, I'm a parent, and you're trying to show up as him. But like, that's not what your audience wants. Like, your audience just wants you, and each and every single one of you has this like powerful voice that is gonna speak to so many people. But if you're trying to channel Cole instead of channeling your own inner voice, you're not gonna get anywhere. Who here has had a really powerful conversation this past few days? Who here's like, damn, I wish it was recorded. That would have been great, but that's all you have to do. Is you just have to show up and you have to have a conversation, not as Cole, not as me, not as anyone else outside of yourself. So like, that's the biggest thing. And it's like I got nervous because I'm like, well, what am I gonna say? But that is the biggest thing that you can take away. If you know your intention and you know that you have what it takes in order to change these people's lives, then it's all about just showing up to your camera and being that person. I've always done what Cole and Brian told me to do, and I always put a curse and spin on it. So Cole just broke down what he does, and similar, but I do it different. So I think a lot of you guys really got to tap into your own intuition. Like Brian, same as with Janelle and Cole, like he told me not to do low ticket, and I was like, motherfucker, I'm gonna do low ticket and I'm gonna do it hard, like really hard. We have 1,800 clients right now, right? Like, so it's like, but all the strategies that I use with Inside the Woman Who Win, who taught me those, Brian. Couldn't have done it without him, right? So tap into your own intuition and make sure that like you're doing something a little bit different.
The homework in general for today, because we're gonna go into lunch, you guys have an hour to an hour and a half. I want a minimum of 3 scripts written. You guys have the ideas, okay? Figure it the fuck out. But I want 3 scripts written. If you guys have a value post or a deep connection post, one of your fucking scripts are gonna be written instantly. And she just gave you the fucking alley-oop to get it done. I'm assuming, and I wanna ask you guys too, who thinks it's also kind of funny that you just heard from me and Curse and both of us were like, this shit's easy as fuck. Right? Because it is. And as soon as she got up here, what did she ask you guys? What's the intention of your social media? We spent an hour and a half on that today, because if you don't understand the purpose and ideation of it, the intention, you won't get anywhere. So we want 3 scripts written by the end of lunch. So collaborate, talk to each other and more, but have fucking 3 done. All right? Give it up for Kirst.
Giant to a maggot, big boss status. Ain't gonna lie, I really wish they would like a cabbage.
So guys, what we're gonna be doing is we're gonna be teaching individual script writing, and then we're gonna be helping them film videos. Fucking fast forward. What we're gonna do now is legit every individual that we taught all day about script writing, emotion, dissection of scripts, the purpose, thoughts, delivery, thoughts, purpose, delivery is actually the order. Now we're gonna do it. All right, we got everybody, the whole fucking day is about content. Now we are going to do it. So the first one we're gonna do is Josh. The reason why is because I'm more confident that he's gonna be quicker than everybody else. But also I'm very excited for you to start pulling your story out. I'm proud of you for writing that down. Nick's gonna mic him up. We're gonna get him situated in the corner with the ring lights. And then the goal is to get them one intentional talking video with me dissecting their scripts and making sure that they hit the fucking hook and everything properly. And then once we leave, they're probably gonna film some more with Matt. And the goal is to give them the homework they need to facilitate the transformation online. And I've been able to impact millions of lives just doing what the fuck I do. And I want to help other people do the same. You've done talking videos in the past, so play with it the way that you want. If I think we need to alter it and go line by line, then we will. But I just want you to fucking be confident and hit it. Again, play. And how do you usually do it? Do you open up and say everything at once, or do you line by line?
I'll probably do line by line because I'll just have to look back at it.
Okay, bet. Yeah, I think one line by line will be good. I think it'll flow well too. Just when it comes down to talking and you go line by line, if you end up doing the entire thing, this will be good for all of you guys to learn, because then when it comes down to other people you've been able to hit it, make sure that you don't close out a sentence. And what I mean by that is, like, let's say we're reading this one. No strong male role model, show me how to become a man. Like, we're just saying it monotone, but like also with a certain tonality. But if you're like, man, and it's like you close out the sentence when you end up fucking overpronouncing, or like your tonality rises in a certain word. And the reason why that's not good if you go line by line is because then when we add it in and you cut it together, then it's like fucking man. And then the next line, the tonality changes. So it's like, where the fuck are we going here? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Perfect. So I'm just gonna hold it like this, and then you can fucking read line by line, because I want your hands free when you're doing this.
I cried in my closet. My dad died 5 days before I was born. I was mad at the world. It felt unfair that my 3 siblings had their father and I didn't have mine. No strong male model.
Yeah.
No strong.
I know. This is why we're doing it.
Bro, both colons. I go through this every time.
Yeah.
No strong male role model to guide me. No father to play catch with, go fishing, or do whatever dads do with their sons. I held so much anger, guilt, and resentment for being in the position that I was in. I took it upon myself from a young age to just figure it out. I taught myself how to make money, fix cars, and how to become a man in a world of chaos.
Do that one more time, that line. I want you to hold one thing.
The whole thing?
Just that one line.
I taught myself how to make money, fix cars, and become a man in a world of chaos.
Just so, one thing that I do practice-wise is just say it.
Okay.
Because once you say it once, it becomes way easier to say it again.
I took my life in my own hands and decided to create the life I wanted, regardless of not having the guidance, direction, or support of a father. I took my life in my own hands and decided to create the life that I wanted, regardless of not having the direction or a father figure to guide me.
There we go. I like that. That was good.
Pro bodybuilder, Ironman athlete, and business owner. I was able to achieve a high level of success simply by making the decision to improve my mindset and not remain a victim. You could be the hero or the victim. The choice is yours.
There we go. I like that. That's fucking good. That's the breakdown. So whenever it comes to these, something that'll help you improve when it comes to speaking in the future is to vocalize it. But don't vocalize it quietly, like we're speaking to ourselves. Vocalize it like we're in the camera. So like, all the boys have seen me speak. Like sometimes, dude, I'll hit a word. It's usually a tongue twister with me. It'll throw me right off.
It's usually the simplest fucking thing.
Yeah, and it's like, it'll be funny because I'll crank out like 30 videos in a row without, like, I'll look at it once and I'm like, bet. And we just boom, 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 boom. And then like one word. And it'll be like, and I'll stop myself. And instead of vocalizing to myself, I'll vocalize to who I'm filming with. So I'll literally be like, okay, I was able to achieve a high level of success simply by making the decision to improve my mindset and not allow myself to become a victim. Because I vocalize how I want to speak to the camera, then when I look at that, I'm like, okay, boom, 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 then I can literally be like, I was able to achieve a high level of success regardless of my situation. I dropped the victimhood and stepped into my power. Again, it might alter,
because I don't know what you wrote down.
Right.
But like, I'm able to pop it out of nowhere.
Fuck yeah.
Because I vocalized it how I'm going to say it to the camera. Does that make sense? Because usually we get polite. We're like, we're fucking on, and then we're like, okay, so I'm just reading shit like this.
Yeah.
No, on all the time. As soon as the fucking camera's on, we're shooting.
Way out the fear, ain't no way out for me. They always told me I'm the wave, like I'm way out. And see, I know some real ones turn state, ain't no way I could be out here living like a villain, only way up for me. Moving out the purges, I give time if it was worth it. If you coming from my fam, then you know I take it personal. Say that you the GOAT, I asked around, I never heard of you. Rocky road ahead, and there's some things I had to hurt of.
I still remember doctors trying to shove pills down my throat. I still remember doctors trying to shove pills down my throat because that's the only thing that worked. My anxiety and acne ate me alive for 7 years.
My anxiety and acne ate me up alive for 7 years.
I wasn't gonna make the same mistake of taking some pill with no side effects twice.
I wasn't gonna make the same mistake of taking some pill with 80 fucking side effects twice.
Yo, I want to end it there.
Really?
Yeah. So like,
I want to like relate it to some people.
Let's do this.
Like,
so we're gonna do 2.
Okay.
That's version 1, Nick. Now we're gonna do version 2, and I want you to look at these, okay? Because like this, we don't always need to over-explain.
Yes.
Right? Like that's a good fucking video, but I want both of these so you can understand the context of what I'm saying too. Okay. You feel me?
Yeah.
So many people look for that quick fix or pill to become happy in their body.
So many people look for that quick fix in a fucking pill to be happy inside their body.
But all that does is let the anxiety win.
But all that does is let the fucking...
No fucking it out.
But all that does is let the anxiety win.
I think it's time for you to win.
But I think it's time for you to win.
There we go. So I want to send you both because then you get an idea of like just doing the breakdown without the in-depth explanation and the idea of giving them a little bit of context / explaining the whole way. That was a cool fucking day. That made me super happy. My fucking biggest proud papa moment is when you guys started picking each other's fucking content apart while you guys are up here. Because that's how you fucking grow. Alright? Even though technically you guys are competition, every single one of you guys could have 100,000 clients and we wouldn't make a dent in the world. Yep. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
We wouldn't make a fucking dent in what the fuck is going on in our world. So all of you guys should be supporting, pushing, growing, teaching, asking questions, calling each other up. Like, figure it the fuck out so we can all push each other to grow and scale. Deal?
Yeah.
Yes? Yeah. Fuck yeah, that was a good day. Alright, turn corral?
Yeah.
Fuck you, bro. Yo, so this is the best mastermind event ever, so everybody throw up one of those ones right now. Alright?
Yeah.
Guys, that's a fucking wrap. That is the end of the first ever Elite Mansion Mastermind. As you guys saw, Brian and Dan Martell dropped bombs day 1 and provided everybody with a bunch of fucking value and things to think about around their vision, leadership skills, and growth that they needed to embrace for their business. And then today, I spoke all fucking day. All fucking day. I had a little bit of a break, all right, 15, 20-ish minutes with Kirst. She fucking killed it. All right, I loved her concept. She did a really good fucking job. Her and Daniel have been absolutely slaying it with that TikTok, so I'm very happy that we were able to bring her in. She was able to facilitate a little bit today, but like that felt very cool. I was able to really embrace my element, embrace one of my strong points, and speak about something that is my fucking zone of genius, which is facilitating transformations, talking on camera, and inspiring emotion through your fucking words. I love doing that shit. And the fact that I was able to do that for all of the 18 students there that were there today makes me very happy. There was a lot of fucking breakthroughs. There was a lot of drastic transformations, and I cannot wait to do it more. So guys, when it comes down to this YouTube channel, you're gonna see a lot of this. All right, a mix, a bunch of boxing content, some business content, some fitness content. I'm not about just being one-dimensional on this channel. This is where you guys get to see everything to do with my life. I am a multi-millionaire running multi-million-dollar businesses, helping individuals transform their fucking lives while also pursuing my dreams at the highest level possible. As a boxer, as a business coach, as a fitness coach, as a mindset coach, as a husband, as a father, as a friend, as a motivational speaker, and way fucking more. If you guys got value from this video, drop your biggest takeaway in the comments below. Share this with a friend that might be struggling with their content journey, because let's be real, there's a bunch of fucking gems in here that they can take away. And you know what to do. Subscribe. Peace.
I just had a fan hit me up from Kuwait. Told him this would happen and we not a minute late.